Happy Tuesday to us all, one and all. Alrighty. So here we are, another Tuesday night stream here. One of the last two for this year. So tonight's kind of a fun night, or at least I'm hoping it's going to be a fun night. This is kind of a Q&A night, or people talk about what they have questions on, things like that. So if there's something you've been wondering, you can literally ask me anything you want. I mean, yeah, musical questions are kind of the goal here, but it can be anything if you really want it to be. So we'll just start out kind of jamming a little bit. We're going to rock out on Sissy Strut, actually. I could use the Rhodes over here, but it is a little easier just to play and be on camera, so... This is in the key of C, if you want to jam along. C, that's right. We can do that jam again a little bit later. I just wanted to play a little something while people tune in. There's some folks that say they're going to tune in a little bit later tonight. So, what's up, Rob? What's up, Liesel? Over there on Facebook, on YouTube. Good to see you all. What's my FB Live setup? How are you getting the direct board sound? I'm running everything through an audio interface. I got this. Actually, can I even pull it up here? A Focusrite audio interface. So I initially started this out with just a mic into the interface and the piano into the interface, or you could do a guitar too, whatever you want. Then you have to kind of EQ it the right way, though. It's just kind of a pain. And some things didn't work. Like, man, I tried to put a guitar through and it sounded like really bad, Rob. It sounded really bad, man. So then I was like, well, I'm trying to get new instruments lined in here as well. So I decided I would just use a mixer instead. So I run everything through the mixer, EQ it, everything like that, figure the right outputs, the stuff that took like a real stage setup, and then run the stereo outs into the inputs of the Focusrite audio interface, and from there, that goes out to the computer. And then you just got to hit, you're going live. So it's all going through my PC computer here. But, yeah, we can jam on that a little bit later. That groove is great, right? It's all about that groove. So this is the A section groove here. And I'll get to that other question here in a second. It's a great groove. But if you listen to the B section groove, it sounds completely different. Fun stuff. What's up, Brandon? How's it going, dude? So anyway, all kinds of fun stuff to do. So if you want to jam along, we'll do that in a little bit. Just kind of depending on questions, things like that people have. And yeah, Brandon, do you have any questions? We're talking like piano stuff, like how do you get better at sight reading? How do you, I don't know, anything you want to hear. Let me get this other question here. Lisa asked, what's the difference between quotes and licks? The answer is not much. They can actually be the same thing sometimes. So when you're quoting, it means you're quoting a song. Like you're quoting the Pink Panther in another song. Like let's say we're playing Sissy Strut, right? And all of a sudden I start playing. During that song, you know, that would be called a quote. But a lick is generally a repeated idea that you do more than once, or has been maybe a famous lick. Like, I almost want us to watch that right now. It's so good. It's so good. So anyway, all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, that's an interesting question because they are kind of the same thing, but kind of not, you know. So, gosh, should we go there? Should we go to the lick? I'll think about that for a sec. We'll see. We'll see if we want to do that. So, Sissy Strut. So if you all have your instruments, whatever, you can just jam. So the notes for C blues. Oh, let's do this. Let's see. Do we have, is it this one? I just need to do that. Oh, nope, the other one. So we got to adjust this a little bit. Did that right? Oops. Sharp 4. We got some extra commas in there. All right, there's the C blues scale. C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, and then the last two notes, B flat, C. You can hear I'm playing on electric piano sound here. Hey Leslie, how's it going? So we're going to jam on Sissy Strut here a little bit, and then we'll open it up for some more questions. And if anyone has a follow-up, like if I didn't completely answer it, please let me know. So let's go ahead and rock this out here. So we'll go and play that melody again 2 times through, and then we'll go into solos. And this is like, if you're jamming at home, I'm just going to accompany, like pretending, you know, that I'm hearing you and what you're playing. So, and then I'll play a little bit of a solo and go back and forth a little bit as well. So here we go. 3, 4. Back to the top. Here we go. Three, four. Listen to that. Big ol' fart noise down there. Yeah. Sizzy Strut, Sizzy Strut. Oh man, I just thought about this. Rob, I'm not sure if you're still listening, dude. But I listened to part of your show. I think it was last night, your stream. And I skipped ahead past the intro just a little bit, and I heard the do 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 ba ba da da, and I couldn't place it, but I think it's Wharf Rat, right? I can't even think of how the song goes. Do 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 do. I can't think of how that Dead song goes right now, but it was great. I enjoyed it, man. Thank you so much. All right. So any questions out there? Type them in the chat. Type them in the chat. So I'll put one out here. Bird Song. Is it Bird Song? What the heck is the? Why am I thinking Wharf Rat? Dude, thank you. I'm gonna write that down. So I totally spaced the name of it. Sweet. Yes, that's the one, dude. It's great. A lot of good looping happening. I need to get a better looper, man. My one that I have is not good for doing piano. It just totally cuts off the low end. It's good for like vocals, and that's about it. And Brand, I know you already took off, dude, but see you later if you're still here. We'll see you on Thursday. So here's an example of a question that I've gotten asked before. Is it in D? Okay. Birdsong is in D. There it is. So someone has asked before, I'll just go with these questions. Stella actually brought some good questions up. She said, what are some good ways or effective ways to get better at sight reading? And it kind of depends on what you're doing, what instrument you're on, everything like that. But, and do you have a teacher, right? Are you playing with anybody else, or is it just you solo? Because that'll all impact everything that's going on. But if you're sight reading something, the best way is just to break it up into pieces. I think most people like to sight read the whole song, and that's great, actually. That works too, but it takes a lot longer than just focusing on the little small parts if you're trying to learn the song. Now, if you're just trying to get better at sight reading in general, just do it every day. It's just like going on a workout, like you go to the gym, you're trying to work all those different muscles or whatever. Just do it every day, and you sight read whatever you want. Any old song will do, honestly. And just do it every day and sight read the same song, switched up, doesn't really matter. As long as you're doing it every day, it'll start to get better and better and better. And you'll start to notice a difference if you practice this like a lot. If you do a ton of time into this sight reading thing, you'll actually notice a difference in just about a month or so with your sight reading skills in general, and just being able to recognize notes faster, but only if you've been really going after it. You know, if it's just like here and there, it'll just take a lot longer, you know, and you'll be doing this, but it won't feel like you're going anywhere. It'll feel like you're just plateauing the whole time. So that's an example of a question that I have gotten asked before, actually. A few of my students have asked me that in the past, and I only one of them actually took the advice. That's funny. So anyway, any other questions? We're also going to kind of talk about things that we've discussed on this stream for the last like few months of doing this. This is like month 4, I want to say, of streaming. Leslie, I see that question. Things on like soloing tricks, montunos, that stuff we were doing in that last song, that Latin stuff, modal scales, little embellishments, kind of pattern-based solos where you just pick, like, for instance, I want to play just these 2 black keys and then the 2 below them. You could talk about the butter notes. Oh, I loved that episode. That was a great episode. The butter notes. Don't play all those butter notes, man. Or pentatonic skills. A lot of things you could find out about that. So anyway, those are just some examples if anyone has some other questions. Leslie, let me get to that question. She's asking it on Facebook. She says, jazz enclosures. Can you give an example? Totally. Actually, I wonder, how is that overhead camera? That's fine. That's fine. We'll do that for this because then you can see a little bit more of what's going on. Let's just go back to piano here. We'll just go in the key of C here. Actually, let's do C. Yeah, we'll do C7. There's the chord C, E, G, B flat. Might do add some other things into there, maybe the 9th and stuff. So that term, Sean, yeah, says, damn it, I guess it has been like 4 months. I know, man. It's been a crazy time. It's been great. 4 months straight with only a week off, I think, in between all of that. So it's good. Yeah, and if you all enjoy the content, just let me know, you know. Just say, hey, this is great. I'd love to hear more of it. I'd love to hear more stuff like this, like teaching type things, or you'd love to just hear more jams where you can jam along. Maybe just want to hear the request hour type stuff. You know, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to hear. Okay, getting back to the question, the word enclosures. So those notes of C7, C, E, G, B flat, those are kind of what we're aiming for. We're aiming for those notes in our solo. Now, it sounds okay if you just play them. But a way you can get to those notes is to literally surround them. So you've got, let's say we're trying to aim for C, since we're in the key of C. You can surround it by 1 note, 2 notes, 3 notes, 4 notes. And let's stop there at 4 notes. So if we want to surround it, we can go a half step above it. Ooh, listen to that. So I'm going to play just C, E, G, B flat, but whenever I hit C, I'm going to use that C sharp to it. So that's a partial enclosure, just a 1-note one. So here's E, G, B flat, C sharp, C, B flat, G, E, C sharp, C, B flat, C, C sharp, C. So I literally just added 1 note, C sharp, to get to C. We could also do the other direction. We could come from below, B, to get to C. Actually, should I switch this camera around? This seems like it should be better the other way. let's see. Let's rotate it. I think that might be better, yeah? So the other direction of the enclosure is B to C. And that's a different sound. So we got C, E, G, B flat, and then enclosure, B to C. Some cool stuff. What about we do both, right? So we're still just getting a C. We're not even trying to do the enclosure on E, the third, G, the fifth, or B flat, the seventh here. We're just doing C. So let's go. Sounds pretty cool. You can add you could do, that's half steps. You could do a whole step too. You could do D to C, or B flat to C, or both. So all of a sudden, with each of these options, with just the one note, we have 9 different ways to approach this note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. All just to get to one note. And those enclosures really are a cool way of going about soloing in certain things. And it can sound good in a lot of different styles of music. Hey, Chris, what's up? Tuning in. Bob, how's it going? Donna Summer. Tuesdays is I do more of like a masterclass thing, dude. But which Donna Summer are you talking about? Maybe we can do something with that. So there's the full gambit. Getting all these notes to get to C. So a solo that has those in there is kind of cool. Max, dude, what's up, man? Yes. Rock on, buddy. Max says, enjoying the stream. Love to hear how you'd work on soloing over an ostinato, developing solo stick freedom with your right hand while maintaining a rhythmic foundation with your left hand. Dude, great question. Yeah, let's do that in just a second here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got one more Tuesday left of 2020, and then I'm thinking about doing still Tuesdays, but maybe just like, you know, maybe touching it up an hour early or something like that. Donna Summer. Wait, I'm thinking of the person. You're talking about the song. Am I just like spacing this out, dude? Yeah, I'm totally thinking about Donna Summer herself. Is there a song? Or maybe it was what I was playing. So Leslie, hope that helps with enclosures a little bit. And we just talked about using it on the root. And I would just start there, like, you know, just pick a chord, pick a one key, and then just focus on that one note. Hopefully in a song that you're actually playing, so it can come into use in like a solo, like we were playing Sissy Strut earlier, right? If that's something that you're working on, or gosh, you know what else that are you working on? We're not really doing much jazz stuff, are we? But if you're working on some kind of a solo, an improv thing, check it out. They all have different sounds, different qualities, different vibes. Just the introduction, Bob. I really wait. That's the intro. Is that? Oh, you're talking about. Are you talking about that? That's like what? But no, that's Gloria Estefan, isn't it? At first I was afraid. Whatever the heck the chord. Hot stuff. Nah, man, I can't think of any of these. All right. It is. It's I Will Survive, Sherry. Right. Yeah, but wasn't that, is that Donna Summer? Is that, I'm just probably confusing these artists in my head. But yeah, it's a C chord with an enclosure in it, or sometimes people would just say it's a flat nine. It's all the same, really. Yeah, good stuff. Whatever the chords are. Yeah. There you go. You guys are getting it. All right, so let's put on a groove here for this. So Max, when you're playing your left hand and you've got the groove going with 2 feet and then one hand and maybe doing some other stuff potentially. Actually, dude, you should get a theremin, man. Just like occasionally, you're rocking some cool bass line while you're doing your drum work. And then you can even play with your right hand and then just occasionally just go whoa, and get that theremin going. Oh man, that would be so sick, dude. People would freak out. And they're not that expensive. They're just a few $100. So let's go not Sissy Strut. Let's do, what was that groove I did before? Let's do a Stevie Wonder groove here. How fast is this? Let's go a touch faster here. So again, Max question. He was saying, how do you do an ostinato thing, or some ideas for that while grooving? Was that it? No, you said something a little bit more eloquent than that. How would you work on soloing over an ostinato, developing solistic freedom with your right hand while maintaining a rhythmic foundation with your left? So the first thing I would do is, you're a drummer, so obviously this is not a crazy thing, but is to be playing with a metronome or just a backing track, so you have that solid, thing going on, and you can maintain it. But I'd also do something real simple in the left hand. Nothing too crazy at first, and then depending on what you got, hey, you can open it up. Like I love doing the song "Isn't She Lovely" by Stevie Wonder, which we're not going to do, but the left hand has this. It's a 12/8 thing. That's the groove that just keeps repeating for like the solo section or whatever, and that's pretty complicated. Like if I don't actually practice soloing on like that groove a lot, I'll just kind of like lose it a little bit, but keep it simple. So a great song I would actually do is the song Saga of Harrison Crab Feathers. Weirdest named song in all of the real books, in my opinion. So Saga of Harrison Crab Feathers is kind of a modal song, meaning you can just play one scale over it, but then it changes keys twice. So you got to change the scale to go with it. But the chord progression is actually kind of a pop chord progression, which is really kind of nice to do for things like this. It goes with classical and rock and all this stuff. So we'll just play that. So it's E minor 7, C major 7, A minor 7, and back to E minor 7. Excuse me. Let's see, is this the groove we want? Yeah, that'll work fine. So we're at 105 right now, BPM. So the groove, we're in 4/4. Actually, Harrison Crab Feathers is in 3, but whatever. We'll just do this in 4. We're just literally going to do root 5, root 5. Chord change. You can really bring the dynamics out as you play this. You can accent certain things like the downbeat or beat 3, 1, notes fine. Let's do 2. 1, 2, and 4. Depending on the groove, really you can actually make that whole thing feel just by the rhythm and the accents you're giving that left hand. So just with this, oh, now this is feeling way too fast. Let's go down to 95. I would call that semi-basic left hand. Root 5, just root 5, root 5, root 5. Of course, you can mix up the rhythm, but that's just quarter notes. That's to keep something simple. And with the right hand, start simple too. If we're starting like real basic, just do quarter notes as well. And then eventually go to 8s, get some triplets, get some 16ths. A lot of rest, a lot of space is always good. Let's add some eighth notes here. Now, if we're doing something like that, your right hand's not going to be doing something as crazy because the left hand's got it all covered. So if you got this crazy ostinato, your right hand honestly needs to be a little bit more melodic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Is that bass line sound? What metal song is this, or hard rock? Bob, Max, you might recognize that one. Can't remember it. So it all depends about that, space. You got so much going on when you get these busy things, and you got to make sure it's not too busy for the listener. I mean, if you're just doing it on your own, heck, just go have fun. Just rock out, do whatever you want. Let's see what else. So then that was actually really left-hand stuff I was talking about. The right-hand thing was very scalar. And but something that I like to do in when I'm doing this solo type of stuff is not always start on the root. It's nice to start on something else, the third or the fifth or something like that, or if it's a minor chord, start on the second, start on the fourth. Here's the second. So that was, I just played all that. I never hit the root in my right hand of the chord I was on. And that gives it a whole nother flavor. So you just like avoid E on E. Yeah, nice groove, right? Super fun. Dude, send me some stuff, man. If you've got some ideas, just send me what you're working on. I'll be glad to check it out or give you some feedback or something if you want. Or, I mean, you can just be like, hey, there's this cool thing. I've been really digging what you've been doing with the synth left-hand stuff while you're drumming. It's super sick. If you guys haven't seen that, go check out Max's Max's channel there. Max, do you have like a YouTube as well, or are you just doing it all on Facebook? I can't remember. I think it's just Facebook, right? Anyway, super fun stuff. Now that progression I was doing, very poppy and stuff like that. This could be used on any chord progression. It's nice to have a change eventually, whatever it may be. What is it? The Eye in the Sky. Allison Parsons Project. Just Facebook and Instagram, sick. Oh yeah, Rob. Yeah, dude. Glad you enjoyed it. The name of that tune again? Here, I'll just type it in here. Super strange song, and honestly, I think I listened to it once, like 15 years ago, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. But the chord progression is what I like about it. So. That's the name. Yeah, it's a jazz real book tune. I feel like it's more like, I don't know, in that sort of quasi jazz, smooth jazz, pop type thing. I'm not exactly sure what you'd call it. But again, I haven't listened to it in so long I can't remember it. What's up, David? How's it going, man? Dude, hey, you need to send me that song for Soul What? Send me the song that you feel inspired by or just, want to share for the group. I got everyone else's. Actually, I guess I don't have Douglas's, but I'll choose one for him. Super fun stuff. So let's do more of an ostinato thing. Let's get that groove. Is it this one or is it the one by Beck? Can't remember. Let's see. Is this the one? Oh, that's super funky. No, I want where's Beck? Oh, I lost it. Yeah, it's somewhere in here. You know what? We'll just go with this classic. More straight ahead rock. All right, Sean. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for being over there. I got some plans to get the Twitch stream really rocking here at some point with some mad hosts, but probably not till after the new year. And after we get all this new gear hopefully installed on this machine. David, congrats, man. You got the Scarlet to work. That's what it's all running through here, man. Here it is. that little box is literally what's making all this magic happen. Well, I guess not everything, but the good quality. So let's do another groove here. Yeah, it's funny. I'm thinking about the song "Footprints" by Wayne Shorter. All these minor songs. Check that out. Cam, dude, I know, man. I just can't make it to the rink these days for obvious reasons. I'd love to. If something changes, I'll see you there. Dude, I finally got COD all up installed and everything like that, so we can try that multi-platform thing and see if it works. I literally did it like 4 days ago, finally. I'll hit you up on Discord, man. So we're going to do a semi thing with Footprints here. C minor again. So if you were doing that sissy strut thing earlier, we're going to do the same type of thing, but C minor this time. And you can just use the same scale. So we're using Footprints chords, but we're not playing the song, just like I did with Harrison Crab Feathers. Like, just finding those cool chords was like all I needed. Same thing, we do C minor, F minor, C minor, and then the turnaround is D, D flat, back to C minor. So here we're gonna. I didn't see that, Cam. The woman with dementia playing the piano, that's sick. I've actually taught some people with Down syndrome, severe dyslexia, blindness, severe autism. My gosh, it's funny. I can't remember the one that makes you forget things. What's that one called? That's funny. You know what I'm saying. Very, very crazy stuff. Yeah, music is a amazing thing, isn't it? So that'll be our groove. Kind of a complicated left hand, honestly, but whatever. Change those last two instead of D, D flat. Let's do their tritone subs, A flat, G. that's fun stuff. So we kept that all in the key of C, and that was all. You could have just done that C blues scale throughout all that stuff, and it would have worked. Even that weird stuff we did at the end. Yeah. Cam, totally, dude. So your muscle memory, it was really interesting to see how just our muscle memory, just of what she was feeling. Right. I know. Isn't that crazy? Super cool stuff. You should send me the link to the one you're actually talking about, because I feel like there's been multiple folks that have had the same type of experience. Yeah, and on the piano especially. Yeah. Always impressed, brother. Dude, no problem, man. It is what I do. I love doing it. Liesl says, I heard a quote in there. Yes, you did. I always quote Power Rangers too, by the way, in my solos. For some reason. Even though I never really watched it as a kid, I still know the song. So, yeah, any questions that people want to ask? This is supposed to be sort of a semi Q&A / jamathon here. Let me go back over to my notes here. There's another question that Stella actually brought up earlier too, so I'll bring that up if folks are interested. Otherwise, yeah, let me know if there's something you've always had questions about, or whatever. Happy to answer maybe another question or two if needed. I was just telling Ted this earlier today, but that lick. I actually heard that lick from a guitar player. I've heard a lot of the licks that I enjoy playing from guitar players, honestly. It's kind of cool. And then just put them on the piano. You'll definitely send the link. Yeah, dude, please do. The way I flow is very interesting. You always just go on off on how you feel. I mean, yeah, I would say that's pretty true. Sometimes I'm following a specific chord progression, but honestly, I take a lot of liberties with things. So, yeah, like that last song was C, but then we kind of just went other places with it. Like Rob's saying, the last jam was C, but we also kind of did a little bit of C minor. Yeah, for sure. Like if you're doing that C major pentatonic, it'll run into troubles if we end up switching to C minor. Of course, if we were jamming together, we would have planned it, or had this head nod thing that we're doing from to more of a C minor to F7 thing. But yeah, just throw all kinds of different progressions in there to mix it up a little bit, because you know what, when one's jamming, I feel like it's important to always have some variety, It can get kind of boring if you just do the same thing over and over again. I mean, once you're good at it, hey, move on. Try something new, even if you're going to be bad. Give it a shot. I do that almost every day. Trying something else that's like, oh, that wasn't so good, but I'll practice it and get it good. That is the main thing. So, yeah. Any questions on any of that stuff here? Everyone feeling good out there, by the way? Tuesday night. It's late for all you East Coast people that are watching, so thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. We'll get to them in a second. Let me just mention what I got going on this Friday here. This wide view. Oh, yeah, man. I got to figure out another place for this PayPal and Venmo stuff. That is not a good spot. Maybe over here would be good. Anyway. Oh, and by the way, hey, PayPal, Venmo. So, this Friday is, we're doing request hour stuff. I got a very odd show and a very cool show at the same time. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of a, outfit thing special for the holidays. Let's just say that. I'm going to focus in a little bit on Vince Guaraldi, because it was his birthday a few weeks ago. I couldn't stream it during Thanksgiving because of the break. But, Rob, I just saw the text. Sweet. I got to check that out. That's so sick. Yeah, Charles Schwartz's birthday was November 27th. So we're going to play all the music of Vince Guaraldi and Charlie Brown and stuff this Friday, mixed with some, Santa classics, Christmas classics, holiday specials. But we're going to put the theme of the times onto them. So, songs like "Please maintain a safe distance, please maintain a safe distance," right? Those classics for COVID times. Or let's see, what else do we got? Oh yeah, sanitizers coming to town. It's a good one. It's good. What is the other? Oh yeah, 'tis the season to be bloody careful. Fa la 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 la. And you could even get to the 12 Days of Christmas. Pfizer's vaccine, 4 months off school, free school meals, 2 weeks at home, stay apart from your family. And of course the classic, Frosty got furloughed, but he still made lots of cash. All those classics that we all are very familiar with these days. So hopefully you can tune in and hear some of those classics, as well as some Vince Guaraldi and maybe some other holiday favorites. The following Friday, last one of the year, a little bit more on the tame side. Going to play a bunch of Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker, amongst other things, as well. So that should be pretty fun. And then the last little announcement, I guess, is for next Tuesday, the final Tuesday of the year. And we're going to talk about how we change songs stylistically. So we probably won't have a drum track for as much of that because the style will be just, those specific things. But how do you change a song from a major to a minor key? Or also something like, how do you change the song style in the middle of it? Like, we're playing like a movie score, like Harry Potter, and we change it to like a Russian polka, or whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna make it up on the fly a little bit. I don't have anything prepared for that. I'm just gonna see if you all can throw some stuff at me and stump me. So if we could do like that Gloria Stefan, "I Will Survive," and we'll put it into like bossa nova, So the what the heck is the chord? But we'll put it into a bossa nova thing. Whatever. Whatever people think we can do. Famous songs, non-famous songs, whatever floats your boat, I guess. So, oh man. Well, hey, thanks everyone for tuning in, and for those of you that jammed along at home on the C and C kind of minor stuff, hopefully you had fun with that. And we'll catch you guys on Friday. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. It's always fun to do these streams. It's been a blast doing this for the last 4 months. This was episode 14 for the Tuesday nights, and this Friday will be number 19. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep it rocking all the way through next week, and then take a little break, and then be back for 2021. 1, 2, 3. You are great, my friend. Thanks, Bob and Rob. We got all the Roberts here in the chat. Cam, Lisa, Leslie, everyone on the East Coast. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, we'll see you Friday. Peace.